Tuesday, January Jumpstart week 2. We did our core primer on Monday, so now we've set that foundation of spinal stability, abdominal stiffness that we need to be able to do some more athletic workouts. Now we're going to start challenging the lower body. So again, from the ground up, we're building a foundation so at Friday we can do some really fun athletic endeavors, right? That we're trying to get those athletic movements, long-term fitness, movement variability, all of our goals consistent through the program, okay? So today we're going to start off with a warm-up for the lower body, okay? We're going to start with the monster walks. Now, a mini band is an excellent home fitness tool. If you don't have one, we can absolutely do this movement without it. It's a good addition to this movement, but it's not necessary, okay? So a monster walk, we're going to get into that athletic stance. We've done this before. Soft bend in the knees, soft bend in the hips. From here, I want you to think about pushing, not only pushing with your outside leg, but pulling with your inside leg as we walk side to side. So we're going to step. I'm pushing, and now I'm going to pull with this leg, and we're going to stay in a perfect vertical plane as we go side to side. So the difference being we're not going down and up, down and up. We're staying in a vertical or horizontal plane, and we're driving side, step, side, step, side, step, and then we're going to reverse directions, staying low, pushing and pulling through both legs, okay? So there's our monster walks, really gets outside of the hip warmed up, really good core primer. Now we're going to get a little bit more into the hips and include the upper body with a lateral lunge to a reach. So we did some lateral lunges at the end of last week on Friday. You earned that. Now we're going to build on that foundation by going lateral lunge, but now I want you to reach to your inside toe. So we get combined hip and upper back mobility, and then we're going to alternate. We're going to go the opposite side, really twist that upper body through to get that toe touch. So we're going to reach, upper body twist, come up through, and reach and twist. Really try and sink back on this front leg hip. As you drive back, that'll get you more hip mobility here. Add that reach for the prescribed reps, okay? Then we're going to finish off our warm-up today with just a nice metabolic primer, get the juices flowing before we go and hit some slower, steady movements, and we're going to go jumping jacks. So we did seal jacks last week. Now we're going to take the mobility that we built in last week to the workouts and the warm-ups, and we're going to go overhead. So standard jumping jack up and out, and we're just going to go for the prescribed repetitions. This is getting some active mobility through both the hips and the shoulders, getting you prepared for the workout to come. All right, Tuesday's workout. Like I said before, we're going to be focusing today on lower body strength and stability. The 90-second intervals are meant to drive control and endurance of these muscles. So we can't just stabilize for 45 seconds. We need to build in the endurance to be able to accommodate the things you want to do in your daily activities, even just the normal activities of life that come with being active. So here we go. We're going to start with single leg glute bridges. So this is another place where we're going to split intervals. Now I'm going to add the mini band to this as a little bit extra. Again, like the monster walks in the warm-up, that is not necessary for this workout, okay? So I'm just going to show you both variations, okay? We're going to do single leg glute bridges. So we're on our back, heels are towards the butt, okay? We want you to drive your top hip towards your tummy. So I want to be active in this hip. We don't want to just be loosey-goosey. Drive that knee up towards the hip. Almost imagine like you're trying to squeeze a lacrosse ball between your quad and your belly. And if you have to throw a little ball in there as a cue to pinch, that's an excellent strategy, okay? So here we go. We're going to push through this bottom leg, the stance leg. I want you to feel the whole foot on the floor, and you're going to drive that hip up towards the ceiling, keeping that top knee squeezed towards your chest, down in control. So it's not a big movement, up, squeeze, down in control. But we want to make sure that you don't arch your low back on the way up, and more importantly, on the way down. You can see here, I'm arched to the point where I can get my hand behind my back. Keep that tail tucked, drive to the ceiling, pushing through this knee, lower in control. We're going to rep that out. 45 seconds, you're going to hear the buzzer. you're gonna go no rest, straight to the opposite leg, drive through, and now we're doing it again on the opposite side, 45 seconds for a 90-second work interval. Okay, now we're gonna go to another split interval. We're gonna go step ups, alternating. Okay, so 45 seconds of step ups, 45 seconds on the opposite leg, no rest in between for a 90-second work period. Okay, you want to ideally find a step, a box, a bench, a couch, coffee table that can support your weight, where ideally, but not necessarily, your knee crease will go above your hip crease. So you can see here, if I'm in a relaxed position, my knee's going to be above my hip. This is an excellent height for me. Now, if you only have access to a low box, bench, or step, totally fine. Just do what you can. Okay? So here, we're going to push your weight forward onto the front leg. So we're going to load the foot on the front side, and I want you to push down through. If you have to stabilize at the top, that's fine. And we're going to lower and control, switch legs, and we're going to step up opposite side. Here, step, push through, down, reset, step. So now we're going to speed this up, 90 seconds, slow and controlled. One thing I want to make sure you don't do is to hop up with your back foot. Okay, we're not going to push ourselves up with the back foot. We want to really work on loading this leg, stepping through, lower and control. That's what this 90-second work period is all about, is owning these movements. Okay? Then we're going to hit the floor again for our third exercise. And you might want to grab a pillow for the knees for this one. But an excellent drill that's meant to teach you how to be strong and stable while changing positions. Okay, we're going to go from a tall kneeling position to standing or squat. Okay, depending on your level of fitness and where you are in the workout, whether it's round to round. Okay, so tall kneeling position, we're going to squeeze those glutes. We're nice and active. We've got a tall core, nice upright posture, and all we're going to do here is step left leg through, step up. You want to add a squat, go ahead. Step down with the right leg, back through left leg, get set tall kneeling. We're going to repeat opposite side. Right leg forward, left leg forward, squat, left leg back, right leg back, and now we're going to alternate. So now left leg forward, right, squat, right, left, reset. Okay? We're going to go through 90 seconds of tall kneeling to squat. So we want to be slow and controlled. Own every rep. Take your time to get set each time. Okay? And make sure we're alternating so that we get the same amount of work on each leg. Okay? We're going to finish off with our most metabolic exercise, probably the most challenging today. It's going to be a thruster for 90 seconds. So again, I want you to think slow, controlled, own every rep. Okay? The thruster here, it's a full squat with a dumbbell. Okay? And we're going to press up overhead as we come right through the squat. So one fluid motion. It's not a squat to a press. We're going to do this all at one time. Squat, press. Lower and control, squat, press. Okay? Take your time. We don't need to do 100 reps in 90 seconds. If you do 15 reps in 90 seconds, that's going to be excellent. The more you can do with good form, the better off you are. This is going to finish off the circuit, getting the heart rate pumped, and work every single joint that we primed in the first 3 moves. So it's all coming together. We're going to finish off that. That's the end of the round. 4 rounds of those exercises for time today. It's the workout.